We'll go ahead and get started. First question, Daniel Lerner.
Stephen, you guys have obviously been in a couple close games the last few weeks. Is there a balance that you found in how to address that it's good that you guys are getting that close, but it's still disappointing, to be losing?
Yeah, you're so right. I mean, yeah, there is a balance. It's definitely disappointing to lose, but yeah, I mean, we were down 8 and we came back and we went up 1, and it was, a couple plays down the stretch, and yeah, I'm proud. I mean, I can't overstate how proud I am of this group and these guys, how hard they're fighting. And I got multiple guys out there just limping or limping around. And then I'm walking down the hall from the coach's office to here, and there's guys in the hallway lifting weights and doing bands after that game. So, yeah, I'm disappointed that we lost, but I mean, the character of the guys and the fight and all of those things that I keep talking about, especially with the guys who are playing limited minutes because they've been just killing themselves over the last however many games. So proud. There was a time during the game where I just had to stop and just shake my head at Jayshawn Tate and his effort, limping around, trying as hard as he possibly can. And same thing with DJ, Augustine, and Kelly, and then the young guys, of course. But I just had to tell the staff when we did our little meeting before I go into the huddle, they're giving it everything that they have. And I really wish that we could have won this game because they deserve a reward for it. And a reward is more than me telling them how much I appreciate it. And it's more than me telling them how much they are showing, not just me, but the Rockets fans and everybody, how hard they're playing. I just wish they could have gotten the reward tonight. But, yeah, you're right. There's a balance.
Kelly Iko.
Hey, Coach, what did you want on that last play? And is there anything to take from a season's worth of how you approach those final possessions and how to do it in the future?
Yeah. So I had Armoni Brooks over the top to take a defender out, and then I had a flash for Kelly to get the ball and really make the decision. He could have handed it off to DJ, and DJ would have been going to his right hand, or Kelly could have kept it, or he could have handed it off to JT at the end. So we had 6 seconds. There was plenty of time to do all that. And Wes Matthews made a great play on it. And, I thought about possibly doing it the other way, but then DJ would have been going to his left hand. Kelly would have been going to his right. There's just a lot of different kind of thoughts that go into it way before the play even starts, like this afternoon. But, yeah, that's what I was looking for. I was looking for either the DJ handoff or the Kelly make the decision.
Jonathan Fagan.
You were talking last game about trying to adjust to be able to close out better. This time it's the Lakers going to the rim the way they did. Is that just a function of guys that inexperienced, just having to go through these things to be able to react to what another team is doing?
Yeah, I mean, the communication from myself and the staff was the paint tonight. And how many points in the paint? Whoa. I didn't realize I had 86. But, yeah, I mean, whether it was Kuzma with his drives to the paint, and that is a lot of technique work and realizing, tendencies and that sort of thing. And then same thing with Harrell, tendency guy, and not allowing him to play to his strengths. And a lot of it is, we're playing young guys out there who don't necessarily know. And, there's a lot to it. There's the on-ball stuff. There's the help stuff. And as I said before, the game being anticipatory as opposed to reactive. And, when they're getting that many points in the paint, you are definitely reactive and late as opposed to early and, ready for their drives, or whether you're on the ball or off the ball.
Does fatigue show up more on the defensive end?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, guys have a tendency to take plays off, especially if they're not guarding a guy who's kind of involved in the game. But yeah, I would say that.
Thank you.
Adam Spaulding.
You haven't gotten the wins during this stretch, but to see the buy-in from the guys and to see them play hard and to see the guys who aren't even playing standing up basically the entire fourth quarter, has this been a rewarding stretch for you where you feel like you've gotten the buy-in from everyone?
Yeah, it has been rewarding. It's been fun to coach these guys. It's been, it's been a good year overall, but when you're kind of in the midst of our injuries and all of that stuff, you hope that the guys kind of buy in and understand the importance of the opportunities that they're getting, and the fact that tomorrow's not a given, right? So making sure that you're taking the best advantage of every opportunity that you have. And that's what these guys are doing. But it's not just the young guys who are doing it. And that's one of the things that's super satisfying. It's Kelly Olynyk, who is playing amazing, and every night talking to the guys in the huddles and leading the group and doing all of that. And then DJ Augustine, who's been in the league 13 years and doing the same, and just leading the group and limping around and hurt and still playing. And I'm trying to keep these guys' minutes down, and I kept them both. I tried to keep them right at 24. He was right at 24, and Kelly was at 25. And then Tate, same thing. Just, it's just great to see these guys. And yeah, I guess it's buy-in, but it's very much the character of the group and the individual guys that we have.
I guess with Kelly and DJ in particular, Kelly was in the finals last year. DJ was on a team, a couple months ago that thought it could be in the finals. To see them play just as hard tonight as they would have in Milwaukee or in Miami, is that meaningful to you?
That's like an amazing point. Yes, it is. I mean, it's so meaningful to me anyway. But when you frame it in that way, that yeah, Kelly was in the finals last year and they raised the banner tonight, and he was on the team that they beat, and so I'm sure he felt some kind of way about it. And then DJ, yeah, playing for Milwaukee, and they're going to be moving on after Sunday, and we're not. And for those guys, especially, to give so much and to be so coachable and to be so positive. I mean, they are so positive, even though we're going through this stretch of time. So yeah, that's a really good point.
We'll take two more. Daniel Lerner.
Not really have a point guard right now, and then to have 19 of your assists tonight come from your center, and then from a guy on a 10-day. I mean, what did you see as far as the passing, and then on Kyrie as well, his defense? I know you were putting him in there at the end specifically to defend, and he popped through the screen and drew that foul on KCP. What did you see from him on that end of the floor?
Yeah, so the passing has been really good for the whole team. We had 33 assists tonight. And as of late, our offense looks good. Like, it's clicking, and we're getting open shots, and we're scoring a whole bunch of points. And all of those things, and we're really doing a good job of sharing the ball. But yeah, for Kelly to have 8 and for Kyrie to have 11, yeah, that shows, you know, a lot. It shows Kelly's versatility, and it shows that Kyrie is more than just a shooter. And then the defensive part, I thought he did a good job. I thought Armoni Brooks did a good job defensively tonight, getting after it, getting into the ball. And the first and third quarters obviously weren't great defensively for us, but when it was time to make plays defensively, like you alluded to with that play that Kyrie made, we made some plays. So again, that's something we store in the little memory bank and learn from. And yeah, it's good stuff. It's good.
And last question, Christos Saltis.
Hello, Coach. Despite the results, how optimistic you are about the next season? Speaking about the effort and the willingness of your group to create something good on the court.
Yeah, well, I'm always pretty much optimistic, even though our season hasn't gone the way we wanted it to. I think you found that I'm probably the eternal optimist because I do believe in this group. I believe in this organization and its leadership and all of those things. So, yeah, I'm optimistic about our future. I'm optimistic about the young guys that we have. I'm optimistic about the veteran pieces that we have. It's going to be a long summer, unfortunately, but we have a lot of work to do, and we'll get to it. But overall, yeah, I'm optimistic about the group, and I'm looking so forward to practice and normalcy and having decisions to make on who's going to be on the, you know, not dressing that evening. You know, I don't remember the last time I've had to figure out who's not going to dress because we've had 9, 8, 7, 10 guys for such a long time. So yeah, I'm optimistic, but I'm also very much looking forward to all of those like normal NBA things that we haven't had this season.
Thank you, Coach.
Yep.